point it down to the floor. So yeah, so walking to work, and just wanted to talk a little bit about you know, why we're here, and everyone talks about the light and what we're here to do. We have soul lessons to do. Some are harder than others, but the biggest thing we're here to do is express yourself as the divine, and everybody is divine. No one's not born of spirit. That's why I say no one's not spiritual. Anyone who's saying somebody isn't, yeah, that's just a division thing, because everybody is. Everybody has lessons, and everyone becomes enlightened with their experiences. But let me get off there a minute. I decided not to bring my umbrella out. It starts to rain. So let's get past this bit. It's a bit noisy. It's darker this morning. Let's do a little bit of a walk a minute. Hi RW, is it RW? I can't see because I'm walking that fast. Bouncing around and it's raining. Can't see the screen. Morning. Yeah, just coming up to the road, so I'm just gonna hang on a minute. Talking about expression. How you come here to express yourself. Experience and express. One minute. This bit now. Right, just let me get across this road. So yeah, I was just saying about expression, because you have a knowing in yourself of what's right and wrong. And in a way it's not really what's right and wrong, dark and light. We all come from light. The dark is also light, but just choosing to express in a different way. And it's like the book I've read out about 3 times on here, The Little Soul in the Sun. You know, I've said before quite a few times, the little soul of light, where we all come from, wanted to experience, to know it was light. Because it said, how would it know it was light if it's in the light and it's with everybody that is a light with source. So came down here to experience, and had to experience the contrast of light, which is dark, but the dark was a friend, if you remember the story. But all that does is help you push forward anyway. But the main thing we're here to do is to give service from the divine, because you are divine. And that is, I think a lot of people get mixed up with it, because they think it's something like, I don't know, you have to become a monk or spiritual teacher or a guru or whatever, or a healer, or I don't know, something seen like that, which that's all brilliant and people do, but it's not really that. It's the intentions you have, and it can be anything. It's the way you're expressing the divine. So you could be someone who's a cashier at a shop, and it's the way you are with your customers. Are you friendly, approachable, joyful? Are you smiling at people? Are you giving that vibration out, that divine vibration of love? That's expressing the divine through you. So it can be anything. It's how you are expressing and imprinting the divine in this world while you're here. So, you know, I know, because it's a knowing, that on my channel, you know, it's been a journey for me. I know I've been expressing my intentions, what my channel's for. It's open space for people to talk that maybe wouldn't get the chance to talk, you know, in live chat or whatever. And we all bring each other up in a good vibration when we're on there. That's expressing, you know, the divine, that energy through. Not everybody's doing that. As in, it's not for everybody to go on a channel, but you're doing it different ways. That's why it's called a channel, channeling. Yeah, how you affect people every day. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes when I feel badly, it helps to try to make others feel good. Like you said with the cashier. Yeah, that's what it's about. And even people who you think are of the dark, they really are of the light. It's just that they're expressing a different way. And that's their journey to move from that and express in a different way. You know, so this is why I always say it's not to be thinking you're not doing something because you're looking at somebody else do something where you think that's more, I don't know, that's the only way you can express the divine. It's not, it's in your everyday life. You know, and we're all learning that. The Lost Gospels of Q is the scrolls taken out of the Bible. That's basically Jesus's words of how to be, you know, how to live your life. You know, don't do to your neighbour that you wouldn't want done to yourself, or all that. You know, like I said, the cashier. I've worked in jobs where it's been serving others. I've worked with elderly people in nursing homes, children, all sorts of things like that. And that's a job some people can't do. That's not saying I'm better. It's just the fact that some people can't do that sort of job because it's tiring. There's certain things you have to do, like clean people, wash people. Some people can't do that. I did that a long time ago. And then, you know, now, it's like when I'm at work now. I go to work, I'm going to work now. I said the other day, the people that I work with, hi lady, Stardust, people that I work with are really friendly and everybody helps everyone, and you don't get that everywhere. There's nobody who's funny with each other. Because you do get that in places where people can be funny, or there's jealousy because people think, you know, someone's doing a better job than the other, or blah blah blah, I don't know. You see all these, you experience all these things through your life. Like I said, where I am now, everybody helps everybody, and you know, there's some people there who are always joking, so it gives you a bit of a giggle in the day and it makes you feel elevated. You know, that's what it's about. And that's why I always say, what is the imprint you want to leave here on this plane of existence, you know, when you go off somewhere else, you know. And some people can be still in the dark, but that's their journey. And whether they want to take themselves out of that is up to them. And it'll be at the right time when it needs to be. Yeah, it's not about being famous and rich. The people who make such a big difference are doing small things. Yeah, it's mainly the people who are doing small things. But it also does mean we've got to be careful. There is people that make money, and they are famous because they're in the spotlight just because that's the way it is, who are making a massive difference because they've got the money to do it, and the money, they've earned the money fairly, but we also know there's the opposite side to that, where the people who haven't, they have a lot of money. I'm talking about extortionate amounts of money where they're not helping out, they save it, they keep it, these people who have massive houses and 6 cars, and it's like, how many cars can you drive? Because, I've seen a load of people see a lot about when people go on about people with money, but you can still have money and have good intentions, and help people. So I don't really look at it like that, but like you just said, like I said before as well, it's like the cashier in your supermarket or somewhere. I'm not being funny, but you can get cashiers in a shop, and if you go there quite frequent, you'll sort of remember who they are, what the personality's like. Like, for instance, I remember there was someone who used to be really, really slow on the till, and you could hardly ever hear them talking. They used to talk so low, and they were a bit like negative if they did speak. But then there was another person who was obviously quite jolly, and that sort of energy. So I'd always think, I'll try and go over there, to that cashier, because I just feel a bit more upbeat when I've been to that cashier. And it's not, looking down at the other person. I guess it just depends how you want to feel in the day, and we know this. If you're hanging around with people that are, drain your energy when you're around them, you don't really want to be with them. And that's not like digging at them. They just haven't found, they're not enlightened to the self, and realising how they're affecting people, at the time. And maybe they will in the end, because how you affect people affects you as well. Like I said, what you give out is what you get back. There's still a lot of people in the world who don't understand that. What you put out is what you get back. If you're damning other people, you're damning yourself. It comes back. If that's the constant, you're always on. It's like I say with patterns and cycles. It's only you who can elevate yourself out of it if you're aware and conscious of what you're doing. And it's like all this new world stuff, new world, which we are going to a new world, but I think some people have always thought it's like we're jumping onto another realm, planet, whatever you want to call it. We're leaving this one behind. I don't believe that. I've never really believed that. I've believed we're just rebuilding, we're reclaiming it, which will make it new again. People want to discard things all the time. Like I said, it's not about really fixing it. It's just about claiming it. And that's about claiming the divine in yourself as well. Because if you were just chucking it aside, you're not really looking at what we need to, bring in, a lot more light. And also, it also means you don't want to look at yourself, which is what this is all about at the minute. Everybody's working on something. Everybody's working through something. Nobody isn't. Everybody has pain. Everybody has trauma. Everybody's working at different levels in a sense, because like I say, you can work through it, or you can cycle and keep cycling round, and that just brings more pain. So it just depends where you want your consciousness to be. Yeah, and reclaiming the energies. Proverbs, the wealth of the wicked will be stored up for the righteous. Yeah, I believe there's that as well. I think the Vatican have been trying to claim money back, but we all know the wealth and abundance. And oh, there's a little rabbit over there. Don't know if you can see it. And that doesn't just mean wealth, doesn't just mean money. It means abundance, joy, health, all of it will be given back to the people, as we know. That's what's going on. I'd like to also say, don't fear about any military stuff you're hearing about. You know, they're going on about nuclear this and that. Also blaming Putin. It's nothing to do with Putin, it's to do with the West putting people in fear. We know this was a military operation. 17 has been a military operation from the beginning, especially with the Marines. So, you know, how would they get this operation out without scaring people too much? They'd start saying, oh, you start seeing the army about because of the Queen's funeral, this, that and the other, blah, blah, blah. But if people see too much of the army, you know, they're going to think we're going into World War III, which we're already in anyway. But if you think about it, what's about to come out with the truth, for those who don't know, would panic and would go into chaos. And I think we're going to have some sort of controlled chaos, as mad as that sounds. It started with the military, it'll end with the military. So just want to put that out there. Stay calm in the middle of the storm. That's what we're supposed to be doing. But yeah, it's all about your expression of self, how you choose to express the divine through yourself. This is why I always say, what you're doing, you know, in your life, you know, off here. I express on here. That's why I bring my artwork and different things, because it's an expression, and I know it gives people comfort. So I'm at work. It's Monday moon day. What's going to happen this week? And but say to yourself, can this day get any better? And I'll see you soon. Bye.